Hillary Clinton was hit with a barrage of negative headlines just as she's trying to stave off an upset victory for Bernie Sanders in tomorrow's Iowa caucuses. The Obama administration confirming reports on Fox News and in the New York Times that 22 of the emails she handled on her home server are so damaging they cannot be released. That news breaking shortly after this sit-down with NBC anchor Lester Holt.
Anything could happen. Indictments could happen. Why shouldn't people, as they weigh the electability question, worry about this hanging over your head as you march forward?
Because the facts have remained the same. There was never any information sent or received that was marked classified to me.
Joining us now here in Des Moines is Ed Henry, Fox's chief White House correspondent who covers the Democratic campaign. Mercedes Schlapp and Kirsten Power still with us. Ed, the email scandal has been dogging Hillary Clinton all year, but the administration confirming these 22 super top secret emails that can't be released. Is this a dramatic news story or more of an incremental one?
I think it's incremental, but where it makes a difference is Hillary Clinton later in that interview and other interviews keeps saying, this is the Republicans out to get me, these leaks are targeting me. Hang on a second. This one came from the State Department, which last I checked is run by Democrats, number one. Number two, that short clip you played where she said, the facts have remained the same. Go back to the transcript. Last March at the United Nations, her first press conference on the server. A few facts have changed since then, Howie.
Mercedes, Hillary Clinton said in an interview in the last few days that, yes, she was sorry this happened,
right,
but not because she had done anything wrong, but because her critics had made such a huge fuss about it. Remember there was a whole drama for months about would she apologize, would she not apologize? Now she seems almost to be walking back the apology just a little bit.
Hillary Clinton wants to keep this as a process story, right? So she wants to blame the intelligence community. It's the intelligence community going amok. So for her, that's where her strategy is. She does not want to claim responsibility for these emails in any way.
And she wants to neutralize the coverage?
She's trying to keep the space, absolutely. She's trying to neutralize the coverage with the media outlets.
This was a bad mistake. I mean, look what a big role it has played in her presidential campaign. But do you think some conservative commentators are going overboard in the way they describe the situation?
Well, I think people who keep insisting that she's going to be indicted, this is something you hear, on the right, that it's just a matter of time before she's indicted. I don't think at this point the facts bear that out. And if you're going to look at it really objectively, and people keep bringing up David Petraeus, and they say, well, look what happened with David Petraeus. Well, David Petraeus knew that the information was classified. Now, Hillary may have known, but you have to get into state of mind with her. And at this point, I don't think we can show for sure that she did know it was classified, especially since it was classified after the fact. Should she have known? That's a different question.
Right.
But I just want to say one more thing. Even if she is charged, David Petraeus was charged with a misdemeanor. He did not go to jail. This idea that Hillary is going to be in an orange...
running for president.
No. This is a legal issue, though. The idea that she's going to be in an orange jumpsuit.
This narrative, is this narrative one that you hear more on Fox, or do you think this is now echoing throughout the
It's much more of a narrative on Fox and more of a narrative on the right.
Well, New York Times is covering it.
They are not saying she's going to be in an orange jumpsuit. I mean, we're talking about different things. They're covering the issue. They're not saying that an indictment is around the corner.
Well, but Democrats are also privately, you probably know better than I, are saying, well, wait a second. She might just edge past Bernie Sanders here in Iowa. He might win New Hampshire. It'll be a wash. And then they'll go down south, and they think with the African-American vote she'll win. But then if, and I underline the word if, 5 times she's indicted, what happens next? A lot of Democrats in Washington are talking about that. Or are they going to be left holding the bag?
Do you have the sense